The residency this month has truly been an oasis of sorts. I mean, from the space to research, to begin to pull back layers, the deep cultural and spiritual layers that have formed and shaped the story of my life. Charleston is a part of my home story. I'm from South Carolina, and so it's been good to come back and to sit with the questions that always come when you come back home to a place that you're trying to get re-familiar with. And not only sit with those questions alone, the foundation has provided some great conversation partners for me, from Dr. Reverend Jenkins at the International African American Museum, to Pastor Culleton and Dr. Mackey on Johns Island, to other artists and scholars in Charleston who are asking the same questions about art and spirituality and the places where they merge and come together and inform each other, to even the conversations with my the other residents in the residency, like having time to sit around a table and meals and talk about the things that matter to us and how it shapes and informs our practices, but also our lives. And so it has been an oasis for my mind, but also my body. The hospitality has been truly a gift and beautiful to come to a place where you don't have to worry about your needs being met. The landscape is beautiful. The place in which you rest, you feel held every night in just really like holy ground, sacred space. That allows your mind and your imagination to flourish. You know, like once you come to the studio, when your needs are being met, when you're cared for, then when you get into the studio, you're really able to dig deeply and to sit with all of the things that you're learning and discovering, not only about this new city that you are spending time in, but also discovering about yourself. In my work, I'm always talking about layers and the stories that form and shape us. And so in the studio, I'm digging deep and really wanting to reveal and to explore that wilderness within me so that I can then share it and make it visible to the world. And so being in a place that does feel like a respite, an oasis, has helped me do that work well. I also love the fact that I'm downtown and in an area where I can walk. I come from car cities, and so I'm often in my car, and so to have a month where I'm able to walk to the local coffee shop, walk to the grocery store, or just take a break from the studio and walk, it's a part of my spiritual practice. And it helps ground and centers me. And then I'm also able to connect with people in the community. Charleston's a small enough city where you can see people over and over again, and so it's been neat to almost feel like I'm part of the neighborhood when I see people on my walks. Or the walking also is a form of inspiration. Every city has a color palette. I truly believe that, and Charleston has a beautiful one of colors and textures, the light and the shadows that also inform the work, the aesthetics of my work. Charleston, unlike a lot of our American cities, that I have traveled to, let's say that, they preserve the history. And so as you're walking, you're aware that every place has a story. And that story, just like our own humanity, has so many different parts, and some of it we want to let see light and some of it we don't, but all of it is important to know. And so as I walked, my curiosity about the stories of this place and the spaces and the people continued to grow. And I'm glad I've been able to go to places like the Avery Research Center and sit and learn some of that history so that I can become a better storyteller in the way I narrate my own story and the story that I'm a part of in this world. And so the work will really happen once I leave, as far as just like creating works to put on the wall. I've done some work here, which has been exciting, and I look forward to continuing to build on this series once I get back to my studio. And I now really want to explore more closely the Gullah community. I've learned since being here some connections from my own personal story and faith formation to the story of the people of Johns Island, and really looking forward to doing some further research. And I'm looking forward to see how it informs the work that I share with the world after this residency. And